Neil.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
Good, thanks, yep.
Excellent. You've been enjoying the films?
Yeah, awesome. Everyone, again, brilliant. Awesome quality. Well done, everyone.
Good. Now, I'm almost afraid to ask this next question about influences. But, yeah, where did the influence come from for this particular story?
I went to a wedding in May, and during the reception got speaking to a girl. The conversation that the lead character has with her sister about her teenage lesbian experiences was almost word for word how our conversation went.
Wow.
So she was telling us, it was the end of the night, everyone was very drunk.
Does she know that you've actually put this into the film?
She actually plays herself in the film.
Wow, okay, great.
She was saying it, she was there, and I was, you know, typing away on my phone, and she said, look, I'm trying to tell you a story, and you're being very rude. I said, I'm not, I'm writing down everything you're saying. Yeah, I started the script off there. Certain other things, the opening online chat is something that two female people I'm friends with on Facebook, a chat I witnessed like on their wall. So I've kind of stolen, with permission, I've said to people, you know, can I use that I want you to touch me conversation? I think it's hysterical, so I kind of built it around that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, I guess I understand this is actually part of perhaps a trilogy of shorts that you've actually made, or a series thereof.
Yeah, it wasn't planned to be, but it. I liked the character of Dinger. I thought he was funny. I wanted to use him again, so I thought, yeah, you know, I could just set it in the same kind of fake town that I've made up, where every character kind of bumps into Dinger, you know, and little things like that. I really like the character of Posh Flasher. So the next, probably, I would say the third in the series will be called Flasher. And I should go back and do him. I think he's absolutely hysterical. He was written as Cockney, and I had him doing it as Cockney, and during the rehearsal he just happened to deliver a line in a posh accent, and I said, that's hysterical. I changed all the lines and, you know, got him Posh Flasher. I think he's great.
So that's probably going to be the next one, you think?
I think so, yeah. I mean, the actor's really up for it, so, yeah.
Excellent. Cool. So on the subject of borderline offensive comedy, really, obviously, with all work like this, all of it is subjective. To one person, it could be hilariously funny. To someone else, it could just go straight over their head. And obviously, this is all very, very subjective. How have you found reaction to your work so far?
Well, I mean, I suppose the first people I show are my friends, and they seem to like it. I show my parents. They don't like it. My grandparents do like it.
Right.
So yeah. So my grandparents are in their 80s, and I showed them Lezzer yesterday, and they thought it was brilliant. You know, I show my parents, and they just go, nah. Right. This is what you're wasting your time doing. You know, and so I don't know. It's not everyone likes the same thing, do they? It makes me laugh. Ultimately, I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I want to make people laugh. But if no one else laughs, then, you know, I still enjoy doing it. And I love working with actors. I absolutely love it.
So you mentioned these actors. Are they are some of them professional actors? Are some of them friends? How do you actually cast your films?
No one in Lezzer is professional. They're all. I would say most of them are my friends, but the lead girl is someone who had a walk-on part in Stalker, and said, "I've never done anything like I've never done any acting or anything, but I'd really like to." So I said, well, okay, I'm not sure. And I auditioned her, I got her to read for it and worked with her. And I think she's brilliant for someone who's never been in front of a camera before, never been on a stage before, never delivered a line to anyone before. I'm really pleased with her.
So do you find that working with let's say, non-professional actors, that actually the performance you get can at times be more effective, more realistic, or better than perhaps someone who has had training? How have you seen the differences working with both?
Yeah, well, now you've said that, I've never really thought about it before. Obviously, with professionals, they've already got an idea of how they're going to do it they know their lines, they know where to stand. You know, you don't have to take the time with them that you do have to do with people that haven't done it. But I don't know. It's nice working with people. These are people that are keen, not so much, you know. They're really keen. The guy that plays the Flasher as well, just really, you know.
Was it the role that
he
really
approached me? I mean, I didn't know him.
He approached you and said, "How did this conversation go? I'd love to know. I want to flash on your."
He
film.
actually approached me and said, "I've seen your Stalker film, and I really fancy the girl in it. You up for writing a film in which I get to go to bed with her?" And I said, "No, I'm not really, no." And then he apologised for being kind of so. I don't know, rude or inappropriate or whatever, but then said on a serious note, you know, he'd really like to do it. I spoke to someone who knew him, and he said he is a funny guy. So
you thought you'd go sort of somewhere between the two?
Yeah.
Just flash and stuff.
Yeah, but he turned out to be brilliant, and yeah. I'm really pleased with all of them. Like I say, not professional amongst them, and I just think they did such a good job.
What do you enjoy watching? You turn on the TV or you look through a TV guide, you spot something comedic. What's it likely to be? Okay.
Well, I mean, the In-Betweeners, I know everyone's into the In-Betweeners, but I mean, that's the most recent thing that springs to mind. Again, this is something that I've sat and watched with my parents, and I think it's hysterical watching the In-Betweeners with your parents. I watch my parents instead of the In-Betweeners. It's so funny. Yeah, I mean, things like that. I like Chris Morris, Steve Coogan, Armando Iannucci, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of it's more films. I like a lot of very immature films. I like the American Pie films. I like the Police Academy series. You know, the Naked Gun stuff. I love all that. So I watch drama and serious stuff as well. But sometimes Police Academy 3 Back in Training is a classic. You know, I love it. Brilliant.
Cool, Neil, Mr. Neil+Thomas. Thank you so much,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen.
Cheers, everyone.
Neil+Thomas.
Thank you.